Hello my angels, I am so excited for today's video. We just created this look using the new e.l.f. Retro Paradise collection. I received the collection today in the mail. It did take about 3 weeks to arrive, so do keep that in mind. Mail is very slow right now because of coronavirus. So it took about 3 weeks, but it is finally here. So I have almost all the items from the collection to try out today. So if you want to see how we created this look and what I thought of the products, keep watching. So I have you guys zoomed right in so we can start the face. The first thing we are going to go in with is this e.l.f. primer oil. I typically love these types of products, so I'm hoping this will work well. Why don't I ever get these open before I start the video is my question. My face is actually already looking pretty glowy this morning, and I think that is because of the new Cure Apothecary serum I've been using at night. I've been seeing a lot of glow in my skin when I wake up in the morning, but we are going to add some more. So this is what the packaging looks like here. The primer glow oil, you get quite a bit in this bottle. We're just going to take a little bit of this on our hands and rub it into the face. It has a bit of a scent to it. Definitely has a tropical scent. Now you guys know I'm not the best at identifying scents. It might be pineapple. I'm probably totally wrong, but it definitely smells like a tropical vacation. So that has given a lot of glow to my skin, which if you're someone with dry skin, that is something you're probably going to love. Now I'm just going to go in with one of my absolute favorites. This is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk in the shade Medium Tan. This collection did not come with complexion products, so we are going to use one of my favorites. And I think it's applying really well with that glow oil. I am very, very glowy. And the sponge I'm using, I have mentioned before, this is a microfiber sponge. I ordered them in bulk and have some of them for sale on my Poshmark, just because I believe there was a minimum order of 20 and I wanted to try it out. So I did order 20 and I definitely don't need 20. So the rest are going to be for sale on my Poshmark. Now, it's not very often that I think my skin is too glowy, but it might be a little too glowy today. This must be how oily skin people feel. I never feel like this, so this is a new world to me. We are also going to be using the brushes from this collection. Now, I believe these are brushes that e.l.f. already had and they repurposed them into this packaging. This brush I actually tried in different packaging, of course, in my trying new makeup from the drugstore video. If you haven't seen that video, I will definitely leave it linked in the iCards. We found some really amazing drugstore products and some from e.l.f. of course. You get a small angled brush, a flat eyeshadow brush, a blending eye brush, an airbrush blender, and an all-over powder brush. The packaging on these brushes is just to die for. So it has kind of an iridescence holographic effect to it with the same coral that's on the rest of the products. These are absolutely stunning. Now, since this blending eye brush, I believe, is a little big for me to use on my eye, I'm gonna go ahead and use this for my concealer. We are just going to go in with the NARS Soft Matte Concealer. I talked about this in my favorites video. This is by no means a new product, but it is a product I have rediscovered and have been using a lot lately. See how quickly that just got rid of my eye, under eye circles? I'm also gonna put some of this on the lid and that can act as a eyeshadow primer. We are glowing, 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 glowing. Next, I'm going to go in with this bronzer from Makeup Revolution. This is the Bronzer Reloaded in Long Weekend. We tried this in my drugstore makeup testing video as well, and I absolutely love it. It is such a gorgeous shade and of course is an affordable price. I'm going in with my Jaclyn Hill and Morphe brush here. This is my favorite brush for applying powder bronzer lately. I just think it's perfect. It gives the bronzer such a diffused look that it actually looks like you've been out in the sun. It doesn't give you any harsh lines. I just love this brush, and I really think I need to get a few backups of this brush as well, especially in case they discontinue it, because this is a collaboration with Jaclyn Hill, so you never know when it might disappear. So if you haven't tried this brush, I highly, highly recommend it. It may seem a little big for bronzer, but once you start using it, you'll see how well it works. So I just went on my cheeks, underneath my jawline here, and on my forehead as well. Next, we are going to go ahead and use the Airbrush blender from the collection. We are going to go ahead and go in with Always Cheery. This is a primer infused blush from e.l.f. and it also matches the packaging. With this blush, I didn't feel like I even dipped in that much. With this blush, you only need the tiniest bit. Look how much blush is on my face. You only need the tiniest bit of blush. It is super, super pigmented. Now, I was looking on the e.l.f. website, and I believe some of these shades may be discontinued because I didn't see this shade on the site, which is sad because it's an absolutely beautiful coral color. So if I do see it reappear, I will definitely let you guys know. I'm hoping that it's not gone for good. For once in my life, I actually think I need to powder my face because it's so glowy. That primer oil, I think it'll be amazing for fall and winter. But in the summer, my skin gets a little more glowy naturally and kind of sweaty. So it may be a little much to use now, but in the wintertime, that will be a lifesaver. I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Maybelline Fit Me powder. This powder is about $10 at the drugstore, and it is amazing. For me, it works just as well, if not better, than high-end powders, and I love applying it with this sponge. Okay, now I feel like I'm not blinding you with the shine off my face. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do the brows. I'm using my CoverGirl brow pencil. This is my current favorite brow pencil from the drugstore. Has a spoolie on the end. I did try the e.l.f. brow pencil in my last video, but that one really didn't give me enough pigment. And if you see how this one applies, I do one stroke and it gives me the color I need. Whereas with the other e.l.f. pencil, I had to go over the same spot over and over again to get any sort of color. Now to set the brows, I'm going to go ahead and go in with an e.l.f. product. This is the e.l.f. Wow Brow. I really do like this tinted brow gel. Really good for the price. And I'm just going to brush the brows up and into place and give us that fluffy brow look. And it's not too thick. So if you have thick brow hairs already and you don't want to add a lot of product to it, I think you would really like this because it just coats the brows in a very thin, fluffy way, if that makes sense. It gives them a thin coat of product, not a heavy coat. There were two shades for the highlights in this collection. So this is the multi-dimensional face and body shimmer, and this one's in Soul. So you can use this on the face and body. It does look like it has some chunks of glitter in there. Does look beautiful, but I'm not sure how these chunks of glitter will look on the face. But let's try it. I am using this Sephora Pro highlight brush. I've had this brush for years and I really do love it. It's an amazing highlight brush. Yeah, that's very glittery. Okay, so if you like glittery highlights, you will like this. This is not gonna give you kind of a lit from within look. It's really glittery. I don't know if you can see that. It also doesn't seem to be picking up a lot of product on here, but that is straight glitter. So this may actually work better for me on the body. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna like that better on the body, I think. Now, the most exciting part of the collection, as usual, is the palette, at least for me. I feel like the palette really is the standout product from this collection. This palette has such a beautiful variety of colors. I'm loving these pastel shades here. It has a good mix of shimmers and metallics. Now, I'm not exactly sure what we're going to be doing today, but we're just gonna dive right in. I'm thinking I wanna use that green. I know, who am I? Who am I? So first of all, I'm going to go in with canvas all over the lid to kind of set our eyelid before we go in with shadow. That is a really beautiful neutral color. Next, I'm going to go in with Dijon in the crease. That's this one here. A beautiful neutral matte color. So I'm just placing that in the crease to give a bit of definition to our eye. This is a Quo brush from Shoppers Drug Mart. Quo has super affordable products at the drugstore, and their real standout product to me are their brushes. Now I'm going to use another brush from this collection here. This is the angled brush, and I'm gonna go ahead with Dijon and just buff it underneath the lower lash line. This is the perfect brush for that for me because it is so small and precise. And I'm actually going to use that same brush and go into Baha Mar, which is that green color. I told you guys I'm gonna use it, so I'm gonna use it. And I'm actually going to put that in the inner corner. I've seen a lot of people do that, and I really like the way it looks. So let's try it. Well, I'm just putting that in the inner corner and kind of buffing it up into the Dijon color on the lid. Now, I really do like this angled brush. It's allowing me to be very precise with the green color, which is ideal. So I'm just blending that in to Dijon. What do you guys think? I think that's kind of cool. Now, I did pick up all of the glosses from the collection, and I definitely do want to try this blue one out. I'm not sure how it's gonna look with the green eye. It may look a little crazy, but I want to at least try it out. Okay, now that I have freed the glosses from their cages, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch them all for you. Okay, so from the top, we have Tropical Fruit Punch, Strawberry Daiquiri, A Moment, and then Electric Lemonade. Now, the blue really doesn't turn out as blue as it looks in the tube. May just give us a hint of blue, so let's go ahead and try it on the lips. No, you don't see any blue, really. Kind of. I did line my lips just with a nude lip liner. Maybe it gives us a tiny hint of blue purple, but nothing crazy. Now, all of these glosses do have a bit of shimmer to it, but that A Moment one is the most shimmery. Let's go ahead and go in with Tropical Fruit Punch. And I have wiped that blue gloss off and lined my lips again. Oh, that's really pretty. And this gloss is not sticky at all. It has a very light formula, and it has that same tropical kind of scent like the face oil. And the last thing I want to test out for you guys is the Glow Up Body Oil in Sun Kissed from this collection. They had 2 shades of this body oil, and I did pick up Sun Kissed. So I am just going to go ahead and try this body oil on my shoulder here. Give it a good shake first. Okay, so that is what the body oil looks like. Very beautiful gold color. And I'm just going to take some of that on my finger. Very oily consistency, not thick at all. Wow. Okay, that's really pretty. And I'm just gonna rub that on my skin. Very comfortable formula and gives you a beautiful shine. And again, it's looking more like a wet shine than it is a glitter, which I do like. Okay, my love, so that does conclude this video testing out the new Retro Paradise collection from e.l.f. Cosmetics. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know what you thought of the products in the comments down below. Also, let me know if you picked up any of these products or if you plan to. I would love to know what you're thinking about the collection. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.